Jennifer Miller. This is a gentle yoga practice that I'm posting for my Thursday night yoga students who have asked me to give them a practice that they can do at the end of the day to help them unwind, maybe before bed or just to relieve stress. So here we go. I'll have you start by coming into child's pose. So sit your hips back towards your heels, reach out with your fingertips. Space your knees out as wide as you need to in order to settle your hips down low. You can rest your forehead on your arms, or you can extend your arms out and rest your forehead on the floor. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose with the mouth closed, allowing the breath to expand into the belly. And take these first few breaths here just to slow down a little bit, to let go of mental chatter, to quiet the mind and quiet the body. Last belly breath here. And the next time you inhale, lift up to a table position. So slide your hands back beneath your shoulders, place your knees underneath your hips, and put the tops of your feet down on the floor. So we'll move through some cat-cows to loosen up the back. On your inhale, curl your toes under, drop your belly, and bring your gaze forward. As you exhale, flatten out your feet, round your back, tuck your hips, tuck your chin, and release through the low back and into the upper back. Inhale to cow, and exhale to cat. Continue on your breath. Still trying to breathe in and out through the nose, with the mouth closed, and still letting the breath pass through the belly. So on these last few repetitions, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, begin to bring your gaze up . Last time here, inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat. Release to a neutral position. Walk your hands forward a few inches, curl your toes under, lift your hips up, and come into down facing dog. So as you come into this first down dog, if you need to keep your knees soft, that is an option. If you can, straighten your legs out just a little bit. Spread your fingers wide. Spread your toes wide. And the next time you inhale, lift onto the balls of both feet. As you exhale, gently press your heels down. And we'll go a few more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, pressing down. Once more. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, pressing down. And as you begin to inhale again, walk your hands and feet closer together until all of your body weight is in your feet. And you can come into a standing forward fold. Now if you need to, keep your knees soft so that you don't feel pressure in the backs of your legs. If you can straighten out your legs, then do. Release through your neck. Release through your shoulders, and release through your low back. So your upper body is relaxed and hanging. If you can't quite reach the floor with your hands, you could use a block or a blanket or something to put your hands on here. Take a few deep breaths. last belly breath here. Exhale and let it all go. And as you inhale again, walk your hands out, step your feet back, and come back into down facing dog. Take a breath. And the next time you inhale, raise your left leg toward the back wall, flexing through your left foot. And as you exhale, lean your weight forward over your hands, engage your core, pull your left knee into your chest, and set your left foot down between your hands. Release your right knee down and lift up to low lunge. So you can walk your hands up to your left knee, sinking through the hips, lifting through the chest, bringing the gaze forward, dropping the shoulders down. So as you lean in through the hips, you'll feel the release through the front of the right hip and the back of the left hip. Stay here for a deep belly breath. And the next time you inhale, sweep your right arm up to the ceiling. So letting your torso be upright, or if you'd like a challenge, you can begin to lean into a soft back bend. So letting your sternum tilt toward the ceiling, lifting your gaze up toward the ceiling, and creating a nice even circle in the back. Big belly breath. As you exhale, hinge the hips backward, place the hands down, curl the right toes under, and step back using the core again. Step back to down facing dog. So hold your down dog for a breath or two, and I'm going to ask you to pedal through your lower legs a few times, releasing anything that's tight or tense in the calves or the ankles or the feet. And the next time you inhale, raise your right foot to the back. As you exhale, lean your weight into your hands, brace your belly, pull your right knee to your chest, and set your right foot between your hands. Sink the left knee to the floor, walk the hands up to the right knee, and come into low lunge on the other side. So remember, the hips are releasing forward and down. The chest is up, the gaze is forward, the shoulder blades are sliding down the back. Stay here for a deep belly breath. And the next time you inhale, raise your left arm up toward the ceiling, coming into an upright position or a soft back bend, lifting the gaze and lifting the sternum. Deep belly breath. And as you exhale, release, hinging the hips back, plant the hands, curl the left toes under, and come back into down facing dog. Stretch out in the legs and stretch out in the arms, and I'll ask you just to pedal again through the lower legs a few times. Check in with your breathing here. Be sure you're still breathing through your belly. Last deep breath. And as you exhale, release your knees to the mat. Take your legs out to one side and come down to a seated position. So I'm going to have you extend your legs forward in staff pose. So coming into good staff pose, you want to be all the way up on the top of your sit bones. So you should be aligned from your shoulders through your rib cage down to your hips. If you find yourself back here on the backs of your sit bones, it just means you've got some hamstring tightness. And in order to sit up nice and tall, it might help you to fold the edge of your mat and actually sit on the edge of your mat instead. That'll tilt your pelvis just a little bit and allow you to be upright. So coming into an upright position, bring your fingertips down to the mat. Make your legs active. So flex your feet, straighten your knees, and tighten up your quadriceps. Sitting up nice and tall, gaze is forward, coming into a nice upright staff pose.
As you exhale, walk your hands forward and just lean in over the legs. So you want to just walk your hands out, draw your chest towards your feet. Keep tucking the chin so you're not straining the back of the neck. Looking down at your calves or your ankles or your toes. Stay for a deep belly breath. And then the next time you inhale, walk your way back upright. Coming back onto the tops of the sit bones, I'm going to have you take your left leg and step your left leg over your right leg. You can scoot your heel up a little bit higher if that doesn't rock you off your sit bones. So sitting up tall, keeping your right leg active and strong. Inhale and raise your right arm. As you exhale, cradle your left knee with your right elbow and give yourself a gentle turn to the left side. Still sitting up tall. Take a deep belly breath. And then exhale and unwind. Extend both legs back out to staff pose. Sit up on your sit bones. Place your fingertips on the floor. Make your legs active and strong. Take a deep belly breath here. And as you exhale, walk your hands out and we'll repeat our forward fold. So if you can, you can come a little deeper in the stretch this time. But always you want to pay attention to how the stretch feels through your body. So if your body is telling you to stay put, then stay put. One more belly breath. And on your inhale, walk your way back upright, coming back onto the tops of the sit bones. So this time I'll have you take your right leg, step over your left leg. You can scoot your heel a little bit higher if you like. Sitting up tall, nice and tall, chest is lifting. Raise the left arm. As you exhale, take the left elbow to the right knee and just twist yourself around to the right side. So keeping length in your spine, imagine there's a string through the top of your head that's pulling you into a long, extended position. At the same time, release your shoulders down away from your ears. Big belly breath. And then exhale and release, coming back around to the center. So I'm going to have you cross your legs and come into easy pose. So your left shin, I'll either give you the option to put your left shin in front of your right shin, or you can bring your left leg into your lap, your lower leg. I'm just going to get a hip release before we lie down. So fingertips go to the floor, and I'm just going to have you walk your hands out. As you walk your hands out, you'll feel the stretch through the back of the left hip. So come to the place where you feel gentle tension and hold your position while you're taking deep belly breaths. So you may prop on your hands, you might prop on your elbows, or you might be able to fold and come down to your forehead. Stay for a couple of deep breaths. And when you inhale again, just walk your way upright. All right? So back onto the sit bones, and we'll just change the position of the legs. So we'll either bring the right shin to the front, or we'll bring the right leg up to easy pose. So you might notice as you come into your stretches here that one hip is tighter than the other. It's perfectly normal. Just be aware of it, and remember to always stretch both sides. So coming down into the position where you feel gentle tension. So you may not go as low on this side, or you might be able to go lower, or they may be about the same. Stay for a few good deep belly breaths. And then when you inhale again, walk your way back upright. All right, well done. We're ready to lie down. So I'm going to have you tuck your knees into your chest And come down on your back with your knees tucked in tight. Wrap your arms around your legs. And if you like, you can rock yourself gently side to side a few times to help massage your low back and release your low back. So from here, I'm going to have you keep your right knee pulled in. Extend your left leg out straight. I want you to pull your right knee into your chest. So use the strength of your arms to pull your knee into your chest. And at the same time that you're pulling your knee in, anchor the top of your left thigh down to the floor. So your left leg is active, your quad is tight, and you're pressing down through the left thigh to help get that release through the hips. Now bring your left hand to your right knee. Take your right arm open to the right side with your palm facing up. Use your left hand to guide your right knee across and down to the left side. And as you get your knee down, you'll start to feel the stretch through your low back. You also might start to feel your right shoulder blade popping up. And if you do, just work on gently easing your right shoulder blade back down close to the floor. You have the option to look at the ceiling, or you can turn and look to your right hand, whatever feels good for your neck. Take a few deep breaths here. This is a nice low back release. And when you inhale again, draw your knees back into the middle. Wrap your arms around your legs again. And if you like, rock gently side to side. And so this time, keep your left knee pulled into your chest. Extend your right leg to the floor. And as you pull your left knee toward your chest, anchor the top of your right thigh down. So you're getting good release through both hips. And then bring your right hand to your left kneecap. Extend your left arm open and use your right hand to guide your left knee down to the right side. So as you let your knee fall, keep working your left shoulder blade closer to the mat. Look up to the ceiling or look out to the left side. Stay for a few deep breaths. And the next time you inhale, pull your knees back into the middle. Wrap your arms around your legs again, and I'll just have you roll to one side or the other and come up to a seated position. So coming up to seated, cross your legs comfortably. We're going to finish here with a few rounds of belly breath. So bring the tops of your hands to the tops of your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes. Tuck your chin gently toward your chest. Soften your belly and begin to move your breath through your belly. And we'll just finish here with maybe 3 or 4 rounds of belly breath. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And use these last few breaths just to be quiet and still in your body and in your mind. And also to let the practice, the yoga practice, sink into your body, letting your body assimilate the work that we did, the releasing and the opening and the letting go. So take one more deep belly breath. At the end of your exhale, open your eyes, bring your hands together in prayer position. Namaste.